I'll do a new song that I call "Not on Time."
Is this the first time you're playing it on air?
This is the first time I'm playing it in a Google Hangout. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Lots of exclusives for you tonight, Matt.
I feel honored. Man, you'll have to
Yeah.
come back and give me the old stuff too. Max, you're up.
Cool. All right, so this is a
Yeah, conversations next.
song I wrote called "Not on Time." Standing there in the hallway light, it's never been flattering until that night. You'll be alright, my love. And I recall we were close to fall. You were the best thing, but I had to go. I let you go, my love. 'Cause we were not on time, and we were not on time. We were not on time. In your way, in your earth shake, counting the hours until sunrise. Well, in your eyes, you know that we were not on time, and we were not on time. We were not time. We were not on time, no, we were not on time. We were not on time, and I saw love leaving. We were not on time. No. Standing there in the hallway light, it's never been flattering till that night.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Max. Thanks for being here. Thanks for coming on the show. And I really like your sound. It does have it. I mean, everyone's like, don't say what it's like. I mean, it has a Ben Folds quality. Your
Thanks.
voice.
Thanks,
Just kinda
man.
cool.
Yeah, the songs, they definitely they flow out of necessity, It's sort of the nature of art, I guess. Art is the lie that reveals the truth, right?
Yeah, for sure. Man,
Yeah.
so how many songs? You figure, so how many songs total have you written? Estimate, like that you performed.
Well, I put out an EP about a year ago, year and a half ago. It's on iTunes, Spotify. It's called One Year Later. And there's 5 songs on there. Actually, the first song that I played, Weather Advisory, is on that album. And it was actually produced by this guy, Aaron Tapp, who's an amazing producer, songwriter, guitarist. He's in Matt Nathanson's band. Who?
Oh, I know Matt Nathanson. Sure.
Yeah. So Matt, I'm sort of buddies with Matt, and he's been a musical influence on me. And so 5 songs on that album, and then I'm putting together. I've got about 6 or 7 for the next, but I'm deciding what I want to do, like whether I want to do like a small EP and then follow it up with like my first full length album, or do sort of like a longer EP. But
And maybe before you go, so talk about, so you're in LA. I mean, I know Anacron's in LA too, in that area. What is music? Obviously, is big there. What, and the scene is big. So what's the scene like there? And you mentioned Matt Nathanson. Did you know Matt Nathanson just from networking, or?
Kind of. Well, I worked for a TV network for 6 years. That was very much sort of, it definitely like cross-pollinated my music career. Like I was sort of hosting this really cool show about ideas and politics and whatever during the day, but then at night I was like playing out in some of LA's best music venues. So through sort of Current and just sort of like being in Hollywood, it's a very small town when you actually like get into the thick of it. I became buddies with him, and his work ethic is like so, inspiring, and he's such a great, smart, funny dude, nothing but positive things to say about him. And then through him, I met his guitarist Aaron, who lives in LA, and we hit it off. And so, yeah, I mean, that's sort of how things happen. It's like a butterfly effect, like you just never know. Like that's why I like saying yes to things, like when people invite me to different cool things.
Come back, play more.
Yeah,
come back, play more.
Totally.
He's like, I've been writing songs since I'm like young. It'd be interesting to hear these people that are anti-technology get into this space and see how they react and be like, oh, there are people watching. Oh, I have a guitar. I mean, when you put a guitar in a musician's hand, you usually want to play, right?
Yeah, yeah. I think this is not the time to be a Luddite. If you're an artist and you want to try to make it, you need to sort of embrace technology, and let the world embrace you. It's that's just the world we live in.
Give us one more sentence before you go about your thoughts about tonight with your amazing voiceover voice.
This has been a wonderful night. Lots of great artists. I'm so glad we have people here tonight watching and supporting all the artists in the Plus.
Tom Cosman, everybody. Good night, Tom.
Good night, guys.
You're awesome.